Hi everyone, in this lecture I want to talk about the schedule compression techniques. We have two methods, fast tracking and crashing. As you may recall, fast tracking is a type of technique that you make two activities, two tasks parallel to each other, although it is against the logic of the scheduling for your project. We will see this one and then we go for the crashing. But to give you an example, as you recall, we have the drywall and flooring here. And the drywall is the predecessor to the flooring, which means this should finish, then flooring can start. But let's say if there is a deadline in the project and we want to make sure the duration of the project shorter. So we want to make these two tasks parallel, and then we have to accept the risk because it might not valid in the terms of logic and nature of the work. But we want to make these two parallel in order to be able to make the duration of the project shorter. So how do we do that? I am sure by now you know how to do it, but let's go to the detail. And as you recall, in the constraint video that we have seen, the task constraint, we've seen that it is possible to impose one constraint on one activity or one task. So right now I have this flooring and I want to just change the constraint for this one. So I click here. I am right now in the task form, so I want to go to the task detail form. So if I don't see it here, I can either click here and then try to find this one. Again, it doesn't exist, so I go to more views and I go to task detail forms. As you see here, task detail form, I apply and then the task detail form pops up. Right now we are on the flooring. It takes 55 days. And the constraint, as you see here, it says as soon as possible. But right now I want to have the same start date as the previous task, which is the predecessor to flooring. And it is a hard constraint. So I click on must start on. And for the date here, I'm gonna just put it 27/05/22 as we were seeing in the Gantt. And then I press OK. Then a message pops up and it says, okay, either cancel and avoid the scheduling conflict because one of them is the predecessor to other one, or no, continue and allow this scheduling conflict. And since we are aware of that, we say yes, continue and do the conflict. And then as you see here, right now, this task flooring start exactly the same time that drywall start. Regardless of their relation, because it's a hard constraint. And you see also here that it is completely different from the baseline that we were planning in the beginning of the project. But since we have a deadline, or for example the upper management committed to something, we have to make it happen. We make these two tasks and they should accept the risk. It might cause a lot of problem, but if they accept the risk, you can do it the way it is. And now this task has a constraint. And if I want to just open the indicator column here, indicators, you see that this activity flooring has one constraint with this sign. And also one more interesting thing that we see, that by just making these two activities parallel to each other, we have over allocation. So we have software automatically right now tells us, okay, you have to pay, for example, extra to your resources with overtime, or you have to hire and implement other resources into this specific task in order to be able to meet the deadline. So that's about the fast tracking or making two tasks parallel to each other. What about the crashing? As you recall, crashing is from the BIM-KHE is whenever you want to use more resources for one specific task to make the duration shorter, you can use the crashing. Let's say if you want to do the crashing for the electrical task here, we have these resources allocated to this one. As you remember, for the effort driven, if I click here and I say this task is effort driven, I press OK. Right now the duration of this task is 28 days, but I want to add another resource. Let's say I ask Amy Phillips, she is able also to perform some of the, let's say, electrical work, and she's working like the electricians here 100%. And if I press OK, as you see here right now, the duration of the task is reduced because I am hiring Amy for this specific task, and she's putting 100% of her time for this task. So the total duration is reduced because it's type of effort driven, and as you see, it's kind of I can just add other resources or ask Amy to work, I don't know, more than, for example, 8 hours, to work, for example, 12 hours, and if I press OK, you see that the duration of the task is reduced to 14 days. So that's of type of crashing by adding resources. So if you add more resources, it doesn't guarantee that you can do the specific that in the duration that you plan, but you are trying to do so, and you have to make sure that the resource that you use is capable of doing the task as the same as the other, or for example, the nature of the task is possible to reduce by adding more resources. So if, let's say, if it is a meeting type task, the more people you add, the duration won't be shorter, even it's gonna be longer. So it's important to know this. So we have done the crashing and we have done the fast tracking, the two methods for compressing the schedule for one project. Thanks for watching. You are doing great.